Welcome, mortals, to this explainer. I'm your host, but today I speak to you not as a mere teacher, but as a vessel of vengeance and sorrow. Listen closely to the raspy, rattling ruin of my voice. I am the Dark Elf, and I'll be your guide through the grim, gathering gloom of Ragnarok. It's a tragic tale of thunder and shadow, and trust me, it doesn't end well for anyone.
Shattered the spear shaft, Seedfall is starting. Goldgreed and guilt gather in gloom. Binding the blood oath, broken the branch. Root rot is rising, ruin is ripe. So what does that actually mean for us? Well, the cosmic seed violently slammed into the iron dark earth, shattering Votan's fragile peace once and for all. The foundations failed and our doomed descent began. Right away, a cruel, crushing conflict was born inside me. On one side, we have the I. That's Donar, the High German equivalent of Thor. He brings this raw, cleansing strike. But then there's the not-I, Lutgard, living fire and suffocating shadow. These two fiercely fighting forces violently fused right within my own immortal, elven body. I desperately desired the blinding bolt and the absolute freedom of the sky, but my dark, deep-rooted duty damned me to the smothering shadow. Now let's look at the inevitable, doomed trajectory of the world's end. Here are the 5 acts of Ragnarok. Act 1 is the Seedfall impact. Act 2, the trials of flame. Act 3 is the inverted descent. Act 4 brings the creeping frostbite. And finally, Act 5, the world-shattering tempest. Act 1, the sundering of the soul. Act 2, the trials of the flame. You see, while I was bound by my agony, tied by a blood oath to the decaying roots of the world tree, Donar foolishly sought the sky. He roared into the void, "Show yourself, Shadow! My hammer shall shatter your deceit!" But he's just striking blindly at phantom giants and illusions of empty air. Lutgard's shadow energy, the very energy warring inside my own vessel, haunted his every step. I wanted so badly to join his glorious crusade, but duty chained me to the deep. The poor fool, he swings at nothing but night. Fierce is the fire, fearless the foe, blinding the brawler blinded by blood. Shatter the shadows, shake the sky hall. Truth is the thunder tearing the tomb. It's almost pathetic, isn't it? The brawler is completely blinded by his own bloodlust. He shakes the sky hall, desperately searching for a truth he just cannot grasp. The fire is simply far too fierce for his fragile thunder. Act 3, the trials of Nidhogg. While Donar climbed, my path was an inverted journey into the digesting dark, the bowels of Yggdrasil. I craved light, I really did, but duty dragged me downward to confront the great serpent gnawing at the rotting root. As I sank, the nibbling dwarf hissed from the shadows, "Drink the deep rot, elf, let the venom unmake your might." And it did. That slow, seeping venom mixed with my divine shadow. It corrupted my internal rhythm entirely, twisting my sacred duty into a cruel, cackling mockery. Rotting the root. Rank is the reign. Grinding the giants. Grim is their gate. Mocking the master. Mocker of might. Vain is the vapor. Vanishing fast. I whisper this with the deepest remorse. The grim gate of the giants up above meant absolutely nothing. Sinking deeper into the rot, I realized that all power is just vain vapor, vanishing quickly into the void. Act 4, the trials of frostbite. Now we enter Fimbulwinter. To put that in perspective, it's a soul-chilling cold that bites the very edges of the horizon. But for me, deep within my vessel, Lutgard's internal fire was starving, essentially choking on its own heat and plunging my soul into agonizing cold. This killing cold wasn't just some weather event, it was anchored right within my freezing flesh, perfectly mirroring the pathetic weeping and wailing of the dying gods above us. Deafening darkness drives through the sky, killing the cold, kingly the crash. Sinking in silence, smothered in night, creeping in ash heaps. Cold is the craft. Just listen to the stark contrast there. Donar drives through the sky with this deafening, loud fury, while I am reduced to silently creeping in the ash heaps. It's the tragic duality of Ragnarok. two halves of the exact same horrific end. Donar is the kingly crash of a dying age, bellowing, "I am the storm that cleanses," while throwing desperate strikes in the sky. But me, I've become the silent, suffocating anchor of the creeping cold below. I am the silence that consumes, I whisper back.
So let me ask you, can the spark survive the soot? Who truly brings the end of the world? Is it the proud god with the heavy hammer that strikes? Or is it the tragic, twisted monster down below, providing the cursed tinder that catches fire? Think about it. Without my shadow, his blinding light literally has nothing to burn.
Act 5. The World-Shattering Tempest. Downward I dash the doom of the world. Tearing the tomb wall, truth is the thorn. Sparking the spiral, swallowed in soot. Sinking in silence, smothered in night. This is the final convergence, mortals. Donar's heavy hammer falls one last time to smash the foundations of Valhalla, but it is my oath-bound energy that ultimately provides the fatal spark. The hammer finally meets the hearth.
The world is swallowed in soot. The sun is smothered by the night. It highlights the ultimate futility of Donar's supposed heroism. You see, both his blinding, brilliant light and my poisoned, pathetic shadow, they are both finally forcefully snuffed out by the encroaching, endless night. There are simply no victors in the ash.
And so we come to the end of our explainer, and frankly, the end of all things. You watch the storm above, mortals, just as Donar did, but you ignore the rot at the root beneath your own feet. The truth is, we all carry the searing spark and the suffocating shadow within our souls. When your own Ragnarok arrives, which one will consume you?